This conflict of interest. You only here to make money, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no crime.
Wait a minute.
Ain't no
I'm
victim
not
or
your
no
man.
loss, bro.
I'm not your, listen, I'm not your
Look,
man.
look, sir.
I'm not your bro.
Hey, sir, respectfully, you're an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. You've been on the bench since what, 21? Couple years? You need to talk to somebody.
I'm not your bro, I'm not your man, and I'm not to be interrupted when I'm speaking. I gave you the respect and the right to speak. Just because you're unsatisfied with the way that I ruled, then that's not my problem.
All right, guys, today we've got a seriously spicy courtroom showdown for you. Judge Perkins versus a sovereign citizen who claims he missed his court date because he was locked out of a Zoom call. Yes, that was his actual excuse. Judge Perkins was not buying it and flat out denied his motion, which unsurprisingly sent this sovereign citizen into a full-blown meltdown. Missing a court date is a huge deal, and this guy's smug attitude definitely doesn't help his case. Let me know what you think about this court hearing in the comments, and let's dive into this heated exchange where Judge Perkins absolutely shuts this defendant down.
Excuse me, sir. I heard you say that you only read the first couple lines. Is there any way we could possibly take another case until you get the chance to read the entire thing? It's only 2 pages.
I'm not going to read this entire thing today.
It's only like 3 paragraphs, the entire thing. The rest are just case sightings.
All right, I'm gonna deny the motion. I will set the matter for.
Is there any way I can get a written? Can I get a written articulation as to why you're denying the motion?
I'm denying the motion because
I would just appreciate a written excuse. Can I get a written articulation?
I might give it to you in writing.
Are we on record? Are we on record?
We're on record.
Okay. Is this court bound by the U.S. Constitution and Supreme Court rulings?
Yes.
Okay. You were denying my motion when I said that I had Fourth Amendment violations, and you're saying that you're denying my motion without looking into it or granting me a hearing to go over my motion, or give me an articulation as to why, a written excuse as to why. I want to make sure that that's what you're saying to me.
You're asking for a change of venue. I'm denying.
I'm saying that no, there's a motion for dismissal, and I'm saying that you, as an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause, if you're not going to uphold my due process and my Fourth Amendment, I'm saying that maybe we could change venues where I could get a real judge.
Okay, I'm denying the motion to dismiss. Okay, I'll set a trial date for you so you can be heard on that type of forum.
I insist that the court give me a written excuse as to why you're denying my motion, so I could take that to the tenor. Okay.
Well, you can insist all you want to.
Okay, I appreciate that, but I'm telling you, you're telling me today why you're not going to look into it or give me a hearing, as so I can go over the evidence that I have to present to go with my motion. You don't want to do any of that, so I'm just asking that you can give me a written excuse that I could go take and complain against you on, because that's violating my due process. You didn't even give me the chance to say we're going to schedule a evidentiary hearing or something like that. You're going to sit up here and disregard that when I made genuine claims and put genuine evidence in there. Overwhelming.
I honestly can't tell if this guy is completely off his rocker or if he's just playing dumb. Let me know what you think about his argument, especially the part about the motion and his demand for a new judge. Newsflash: the judge isn't required to give him a written explanation for denying his motion, especially when the motion is complete nonsense with zero legal basis. What makes it even funnier is that now he's completely butthurt because Judge Perkins said no, and his big solution is to try to replace the judge. The judge is basically looking at him like, this guy is a complete baby. You can tell he's never been held accountable a day in his life. These sovereign citizens just keep getting crazier with their antics, and honestly, it feels like it's becoming more popular, which makes no sense to me. Every single time they go to court, they get denied and end up paying way more than the original ticket. It's ridiculous. But let's jump back in.
So at the end of the day, like I said, there's no crime. This is a fraudulent charge. There's no suspect. Y'all suspect me for no crime. There's no victim, no losses. Okay? And in a minute, it's going to be malicious prosecution. So I'm asking you to dismiss this charge or change the venue. And if you refuse to do that, I'm asking you for a written excuse so I can take it to the tenor, sir. That's what I'm telling you. Because if not, I'm going to go to the tenor without it and let them know that you refuse to give me a written excuse, and you refuse to give me an evidentiary hearing, but you just straight denied it. When you just 5 minutes ago, you said you didn't even read it. Now you just denied it. That's conflict of interest. That's bias. That's all that. So let's put it all on record. If you feel just as strongly as you feel, give me a written excuse. If not, let's change venue. Because you're an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. This conflict of interest, you only here to make money, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no crime.
Wait a minute.
Ain't no
I'm
victim
not
or
your
no
man.
loss, bro.
I'm not your, listen, I'm not your man.
Look, sir.
Your bro.
Hey, sir, respectfully, you're an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. You've been on the bench since what, 21? Couple years? You need to talk to somebody. I'm asking you to give me an evidentiary hearing to go over my motion for dismissal with the overwhelming evidence or change venue. Because if not, I'm going straight to the tender right after this. And that's on you, sir. You had this. You did this.
Oh, all right. Now I'll let you speak.
Straight like that.
No, that's all we need. I don't want to hear any more from
cool. It's cool. I appreciate it. This is due process. This is a due process violation. This is a due process violation right now. And the way y'all tried to railroad me when I was ready to argue my trial. I told you I was here to argue my trial. Y'all locked me out. Now you're trying to start the process over. They're not prepared to present a case. I'm telling you. They're not prepared to present an injured party, sir. What are we doing?
Listen. Please do not say any more. You've already made your record. I've given you that opportunity. If you continue on, especially interrupting me while I'm talking, because I didn't interrupt you while you were talking. I'm not your bro, I'm not your man, and I'm not to be interrupted when I'm speaking. I gave you the respect and the right to speak. Just because you're unsatisfied with the way that I ruled, then that's not my problem. You take whatever. Wait a minute. Let me say it. You take whatever recourse that you feel that is necessary. Now, what I can do, Mr. Lewis, is I can set you a jury trial date. And at that jury trial date, you will have the opportunity to represent yourself or do whatever you want to do and put all your proofs on the record by a jury of your peers, and you can argue it that way.
This guy seriously needs to be held in contempt. I honestly don't know how Judge Perkins is being this lenient right now. If it were me, I'd already be banging the gavel. These Zoom court hearings are just wild. It's like the moment these defendants are behind a screen, they suddenly grow a backbone and get way too confident. Once they start ranting, there's really no stopping them. You can't just shout them down or have the bailiff step in, so it turns into a mess. I genuinely don't understand why we're still doing this in 2024. I guarantee that if this were in person, half of these sovereign citizen clowns wouldn't dare pull these stunts. Let me know what you think about Zoom court hearings, because I'm honestly curious. To me, it feels way less serious, and since COVID is over as far as I'm aware, maybe it's time to move on. But let's dive back into it.
I appreciate that, but I was still like a written.
You order the transcript. It's in the transcript.
I can't even get the court reporter to respond to my voice messages or you to respond to my emails, sir.
The court is not going to respond to your voice message. The court reporter is going to respond to you coming down.
The 36th district told me to call her today, that I was locked out of my trial date. I had a scheduled trial. The court told me to call her that day, and I called her that day, and she still hasn't responded. So I'm trying to see if the court that you work for is trying to tell me how the appropriate channels, and then y'all doing it different in y'all court. What am I to do?
I think you're talking about the court clerk and not the court reporter. This is distinct.
Yeah, I was told to call the clerk the day that I was locked out, the moment I was locked out.
We've moved past that getting locked out.
That was my trial date.
Yeah, so I'm giving you
How soon can I get another trial date, sir? How soon can I get another trial date? That's what I'm asking.
That's what we're trying to do now.
I'm getting a jury trial.
A jury trial. I'm gonna let the jury of his peers hear what he has to say. July 23rd. 2024 at 9 a.m.
July 23rd?
Yeah, 2024 at 9 a.m. We'll have a final pretrial the day before.
Why would we need a final pretrial? Why would we need a final pretrial?
Because I said I wanted one.
But that's how you protecting your interest. You protecting your interest and you're going to dismiss it on that date. So you're trying to play with me. You could dismiss it today.
God.
You literally, but violating my due process. You can't even give me a written excuse, but you're going to all this whole.
Mr. Lewis, I know you don't want counsel, but is it possible we could talk in a breakout?
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. I am in pro se.
I'm in pro se. Go wherever you want to. final pretrial
I
July
am. It's all good.
22nd, and
I am.
trial date is going to be July 23rd. All the parties must appear on the final pretrial date, and the jury, and that can be on Zoom. And the next day, the jury trial date is in person. Have a very good day, Mr. Green. Best of luck to you.
That's not my name.
This upcoming jury trial is about to be an absolute nightmare for this sovereign citizen, and honestly, I can't wait to see how it plays out. Let me know if you want to see that, because if enough of you are interested, I'll definitely post it in the coming days. But seriously, what do you guys think about this hearing? I really want to hear your thoughts in the comments. For me, this whole thing almost felt like a bit of a win for the sovereign citizen. He completely mouthed off to the judge, and nothing really happened. How are there no repercussions for talking back to a judge like that? It feels like nowadays you can get away with it, especially because of Zoom court hearings. There just doesn't seem to be the same level of respect anymore. Personally, I think he should have been held in contempt, but I guess Judge Perkins had other plans. I really don't get it, but that's the courtroom for you. That's going to wrap it up for this hearing. Let me know if you want to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Take care.